It is Friday, November 13th, 2020, and welcome to the Dreadipedia Show. We have a lot to cover today, including a look at the live stream and the water level at the Three Gorges Dam. Also, courtesy of Interesting Engineering, 13 facts about the controversial, massive Chinese dam that slowed the Earth's rotation. Next, courtesy of Business Insider, China's Xi Jinping personally halted Ant's record-breaking $37 billion IPO after boss Jack Ma snubbed government leaders. We're also going to have a look at some of your answers to yesterday's question of the day. And we have a new question of the day for today's video, and some new tweets. Let's hop into it. First, let's have a quick look at the live stream at the Three Gorges Dam. And the spillway angle camera is still up and running today. And now a look at the side angle camera. Just joking, that's an old feed. The side angle camera is still down today. But legend actually has it that that is the feed that she sees on his personal phone. And now let's have a quick look at the water level at the Three Gorges Dam. The current water level is 173.98 meters. The current inflow is listed at 10,500 cubic meters per second, and the current outflow is listed at 8,660 cubic meters per second. It is worth noting that these numbers are released by the CCP. Over the past 24 hours, the water level at the Three Gorges Dam has actually fallen a bit. It was about 174.08 meters and currently sits at 173.98 meters. Upstream at the Kuntan Hydrological Monitoring Station, the water has also fallen a bit. It was about 174.78 meters and currently sits at 174.61 meters. And this comes courtesy of Interesting Engineering, 13 facts about the controversial massive Chinese dam that slowed the Earth's rotation. And I'll read a few of the more interesting ones. 3 major purposes. Though the Three Gorges Dam tends to attract more negative attention, there have been some noticeable positive benefits of using the dam. The Three Gorges Dam was engineered to serve 3 main purposes: flood control, hydroelectric power production, and navigation improvement, which some believe is also a great advantage of having the dam. Well, wouldn't you know, water pollution is also on the list. One of the biggest controversies surrounding the Three Gorges Dam is the amount of damage the dam does to the environment. Estimates state that 70% of China's fresh water is polluted, and the dam could be making it a lot worse. The dam sits on top of old waste facilities and mining operations. Not to mention 265 million gallons of raw sewage is deposited into the Yangtze River each year. And if you happen to catch yesterday's video where I was talking about the Yangtze River fishing ban, it seems odd that they're sort of blaming the average citizen for the problems in the river system when over 265 million gallons of raw sewage are deposited into the river each year. Let's put the blame where it belongs, people. Another fact is the negative environmental impact. In the region surrounding the Three Gorges Dam, you will find it is home to 6,400 plant species, 3,400 insect species, 300 fish species, and more than 500 terrestrial vertebrate species. The dam has not only affected these species, but also the environment they live in. Erosion of the reservoir has triggered landslides and has even threatened one of the world's biggest fisheries in the East China Sea. The dam is so massive that it has created a microclimate that has threatened the ecosystem of the region. And before I carry on, I noticed a lot of typos in this article, and it's in an engineering magazine. Let that sink in before you contact these folks for any work. The Three Gorges Dam has been costly. The Three Gorges Dam is not cheap at all. Estimates for the total cost of the dam have ranged everywhere from $25 billion and have soared as high as $37 billion by some accounts. The project was even met with some pushback by the Chinese parliament because of this cost, as well as the 140 towns, 13 cities, and 1,600 settlements that were lost when the dam was constructed. I know I was giving the article's author a tough time a moment ago, but if you want to check the rest of it out, I'll leave a link in the description. And here's a bit of breaking news for today. China's Xi Jinping personally halted Ant's record-breaking $37 billion IPO after boss Jack Ma snubbed government leaders, report says. And I'll read the bullet points. China's President Xi Jinping halted Ant Group's historic $37 billion initial public offering after its founder Jack Ma criticized government leaders, the Wall Street Journal reported. A week before the Chinese fintech was set to go public, Ma made incendiary comments that didn't go down well with the president or other government officials, the report said. Xi has displayed a low tolerance for big private businesses that accumulate wealth and power as they threaten his authority. The journal said it's unclear whether Xi or another government official was the first to suggest suspending the IPO, the newspaper said. Ma quoted Xi as saying, "Success does not have to come from me," and said he wanted to use innovation to help solve China's financial problems, the journal reported. Sources told the newspaper that government officials thought his comments sought to damage regulators' reputations. Ma also criticized the regulators who enforce a set of international banking rules as an old people's club, the Times reported. And we'll keep our eyes on this story as more news develops. And now it's time to look at some of your answers to yesterday's question of the day. And the question was, do you feel safe living in or going to major metropolitan cities? And this is courtesy of first name, surname. I do feel safe visiting metropolitan areas, as all you have to remember is that 99.99% of people are normal, going about their day just as you are. Thanks again for the comment, first name, surname. Our next comment is courtesy of Ramsey Silent. Another problem is dams. Fish can't get to their spawning grounds, not to mention the pollution. As for me, I'm scary looking, so I have never feared going anywhere. People tend to move out of my way when they see me coming. Thanks for the comment, Ramses. And our next comment is courtesy of Moonshiner54. I have felt safe in most places I have been, except two. One was East St. Louis. Made the mistake of exiting the freeway to figure out Google Maps. It froze while trying to find the hotel. 2 was downtown Philadelphia, by where the submarine and old ship are moored. Wandered too far in one direction and turned around quickly. I make sure I know what is going on around me. Thanks for the comment, Moonshiner54. And this is courtesy of Gear Reverse. The more cities move toward liberalism, the more dangerous it is to live there. And Lester Chua says, I don't know, London feels safe to me. Thanks for the comments, guys. And our last comment is courtesy of Hamlet K. Squid. My problem with cities isn't that I don't feel safe. They're full of people who are stressed out, in a hurry, and have no consideration for others. I like living in the sticks, where when you see another car coming the other way, you wave to each other instead of giving each other the finger. Thanks for the comment, Hamlet K. Squid. And now the question of the day for today's video. Let's pretend that it's your job to clean up the Yangtze River. How would you go about doing it, keeping in mind the fishermen, the lack of fish, and the pollution? I'd like to know your thoughts on this in the comments. On to my favorite segment of the day. Did you know? Did you know dams generate 16% of the world's electricity and irrigate food crops for 12 to 15% of the world's population? To a lesser extent, dams have also been built for water supply, flood protection, navigation, and tourism purposes. Most dams have been built for irrigation, but 80% of the water they store is used for hydropower, and that's courtesy of the Huffington Post. And before we hop into the tweets, thank you so much for watching this video today. If you're finding it informative, please consider giving the channel a subscribe. Also, any sharing of the video would be appreciated. And now a series of tweets about the Yangtze River. And I think that's a good place to wrap up today's video. I hope that you found it informative, and check back soon for more content.